Hey guys, Hero of Cadia here, and today I thought I'll be showing you a download for Soulstorm multiplayer game. So I originally actually recorded this, but it just so happens that I didn't record the audio. I mean the microphone audio. You will still hear the sounds of the game. So from one side that's pretty bad because you can see what I thought on the moment, but at least you can hear my analysis now after the game, what I did right and not what I did wrong. And in the background you see the actual game. So yeah, so I'll start explaining right about now. Anyway, so that's Ares Badlands, the map. It's me, Imperial Guard, and Tau versus Space Marines and Elder, and almost the entire game, from my perspective, is against Elder, because, well, we didn't actually play a lot of teamwork. Everyone kind of took his own side, his own flank, and just run with it. I mean, we didn't really need to apply a lot of teamwork. Now here I'm beginning with, I think, two. That should be two infantry squads, two workers. What else? An infantry command and two plasma. I mean power generators. It's a bit hard for me to remember, and now I'll orient myself as I'm watching the game right now, because honestly, I have no idea what I did. I had no idea at the time, so I just did whatever seemed fitting, and I'm kind of, you know, surprised how it turned out. So now my second generator is almost finished, and I think I'm about to send a squad to actually capture the rear. Yep, I'm sending them to capture the rear objective. Now I could have captured first the front objectives, and then my main objectives, and I see some people like to do that. Now there are advantages to it, definitely. The big one and the main one being that you do not need to worry about getting rushed, because you can reinforce your forward post better, and we'll get to that point in a little bit here. But I decided it's far better to secure my main before doing anything, because if I get rushed and I don't fortify enough, or don't fortify good enough, then I'll be in lots of trouble, because I won't have almost any points, because I wouldn't have developed my economy better. Also, I concentrated a bit more on economy and upgrading this game, which is something I usually do not focus on, and that's why I lose a lot of times. Just I didn't I just don't do it. I forget to do it, but now I try to upgrade almost everything as much as I can, and later in the game, of course, the numbers for your resources become ridiculous, but I try to utilize them in the first half of the game as much as possible, and I made some choices for the second half, which you'll be seeing when we get to there. Anyway, I'm fortifying the forward positions now, and I don't know why, but I decided to start with the right flank, which was a pretty poor decision on my behalf, because I mean my right flank is secure because my ally is there, but you know I'm queuing up some grenade launchers which are pretty important. And now here I see they have some dark reapers, and I say, oh, okay, he's just trying to snatch it up. But now I see he has rangers, so I'm backing off a little bit, and Now you can see I have a commander with Psyker, and the reason I got the Psyker is because it reveals hidden units. So my idea here is I'll lock the Rangers in close combat because they're not really good, and that's the way to keep them revealed and not do not, not to let them do a lot of damage. Now the front wave of guardsmen is just mid shield, and the back side is with the grenade launchers. It can stay in the back and just fire. Now here I bleed. You can see he drops almost as much models as I do. That's because he didn't get a Farseer for that push. If he had a Farseer, that's more his mistake than my huge advantage. Because if you had a Farseer instead of the second unit, instead of the Reaper or the Rangers, I would have been absolutely destroyed. Because most of the work here was done by my command squad. Now I lose my mid shields, which was one of the squads, and I decide to retreat, but he chases me. So this gives me kind of time to to take the models of some unit and reorganize. After that, I take my time and lightning arc, I think was the ability. I do that, the one that demoralizes him so he doesn't do damage. I tie him in combat and he escapes through a webway portal with no squads actually wiped out. So he manages to escape, but he did not take the point. And at that point, I thought, wow, that's pretty bad for me, right? Because he'll take more the relic, and he ended up taking the relic. So I guess it was a small victory for him, but I bled him a lot of requisition points. Now we jump to the I guess it's about 5 minutes in. I've got myself tier 2. I think I have 1 or 2 commissars, and I'm maxing out on power generators. You can see I've decided to get them on the back, just to be safe. I don't want them to be sniped because power generators are really important for Imperial Guard. And now I'm deciding I'm gonna spam chimeras. I'm building a turret for detection because if my command squad falls, I can shoot half the squads he has, as well as the buildings. And now I see I have to build another infantry command, which I do not do for the next 10 minutes. So that's one mistake I made. I think here I set my forces and production buildings on stand ground, because I know that they come out on the first stance, which yeah, that yellow stance I don't know. I'm maxing out my priests just to have more health on the command squad, and I'll try. I think I'll try to, yeah, I scout and I'll try to move up my my heavy weapons team as much as possible, just to kind of utilize the range, bait him. And you can see he has a lot of D cannons, and I couldn't quite see that they were D cannons, and I tried to check, which was a very stupid idea. But I don't know how I managed to get out of there with 2 chimeras alive, which I start to repair immediately. And if he had pushed me right here, I think I would have fallen. I honestly think I would have fallen, but he let me stabilize. And my tier 3 is almost complete. I start upgrading all the listening posts, because down for is that game you have to make more money so you can make more money. When you make more money, you upgrade. So you basically have a lot of upgrades just to make more money, so you can have a lot of upgrades to make even more money, you get it. Anyway, now my territory is complete. That was a shortcut here if you didn't see. And I start with the plasma research because I'm plasma power research. Now I'll try to get an autocannon on the flank just to have a bit of extra punch, and I'm still repairing the damage from that nice push I had with the two chimeras. I'm starting the second economy upgrade and economic upgrade, I think it's called. Anyway, and I'm starting the Ogrin and Karskin upgrades, as well as to fill out more commissars, and also the special weapons. Now here I think I finally built my additional infantry command for the extra pop cap, and you can see it's kind of low, but I think the other was not sure how much I had, because I was so aggressive with how big couches, the heavy weapons teams. So I think he thought I had a lot more of them, but we had only two. So at this point, if he had pushed me, I'll probably be dead. Now I'm starting to get out guardsmen. I think that's my last guardsman squad, and then I think I'll get the Ogrins and the Karskins from that barracks there as well. And yeah, I was doing some kind of calculations. That's what I remember. And here's another one for the full pop, for the full cap. And I started doing Basilisk. Now here is why I started doing Basilisk. Now I have 4K mirrors. It's kind of late in the game, but they can tank some damage, they can do some damage. Now I'm going mid to late game. In late game I'll have a big chunk of resources just laying around, and that will be great, just perfect for the Earthshaker round on the Basilisk cannon. That you can one shot most units, and you can wipe entire squads with it. And triple Earthshaker round, it's really brutal. Play the Dark Crusade campaign against the capital. It's great. Also, they have a lot of hidden units in buildings, so I can have that artillery dealing with it. Also, you can see they have a lot of cannons there. I can push them directly. Now he has some a Wraith Lord there that I don't think he moves it, but I think I sniped it. But here I decide to get rid of some of the cannons over there, and then I'll push. I waited for a strafing run on the commander to pop up. Now I'll have my strafing run on the right flank, and these Hungries kind of sit there. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, now we review the stuff. I see my commander is almost dead, so I pump the invincibility, and I just give the attack command to the large blob of infantry, because I really can't manage every single one. I pop off the executions to get the 50% extra damage, and he doesn't manage his troops the best. You can see he concentrates on the vehicles, which have a lot of health and do not do so much damage. So the chimeras ate a big chunk of that. These warp spiders, these Wraith Lords, and actually they saved the day, because if I didn't have those chimeras, they would have targeted the infantry, and this would have been a complete slaughter. Now, that's the fun part here. He decides to the Space Marine decides to help out, so he drops two Terminator squads just in the middle of my infantry blob, which has plasma guns, multi lasers, last cannons. So I don't know what's up with that. He obviously didn't think that through, because these Terminators didn't do much. Now I'm clearing up these listening poles there with the Earthshaker around, and I kind of replenish all my squad's health. Now there are a lot of little skirmishes from here till the end of the game. I think he got my command squad here. I started running and I got my command squad in the Chimera. And I think I told the Chimera to drop them off a little bit out of range, but I forgot to pull them back after that, and they sniped them. And you can see, I don't see it on the screen, but I forgot a ton of my specialists, and I will deal with the trade lord and redistribute them right now. So the priests go to the special units, the Karskin and the Ogrians, so they can have a bit extra health regeneration, as well as the leftover squad, just because it's leftover. The commissars go in the normal squad, so I can execute, give 50% boost to the damage, and keep the morale up. Yeah, I think I had, at this point I had a glitch with the priest. He couldn't move through the squad, and I'm not sure if that priest just didn't wait there till the end of the game. I'm not sure. Yeah, he just sat there till the end of the game because he glitched. Now I started full scale war research. It's halfway done, and now I grabbed the relic. Now this is the important part, because now I'm at tier 3 for a good while, and I think the elder player just missed his avatar. So now I have the ability to make a Baneblade, and he can't make avatar, and I just stole that relic from him. I rebuilt the command squad, and you can kind of see my key bindings here. It's one for the close combat squads, 2 for the range squads, 3 is for the artillery, and 4 is for the tanks and the armor. I didn't make a Hellhound here. I don't know why. I just feel it's not worth it. I mean, I have the 3 basilisks instead of the Hellhound. I think it's way better, because you can see what kind of resources we're dealing with late game, and that's a lot of Earthshaker rounds. That's how I see it. You see an Earthshaker, I pop a few Earthshaker rounds right there, and this and one of the fire prisoners will move, but the other will not, and that's half of its health. And these things have a lot of health, so this time he outranges me, so I decide, fuck it, I'll just charge. And I think I accidentally fired on some of my units there. He warps in some spiders, and it's a big clusterfuck, but he can't do anything because I have that big blob of people that are basically with infinite morale, because I can execute all day long, and they have 50% more damage. I started building the Beyblade, and I have the 2 Lehman Russes building as well for my main tanking force, because the Ogrians began to be a little bit less of a tanking force. I mean, he has a smaller army right now, because I beat him on the railing point, but the Ogreens can't tank. I begin to see this even with the smaller army, and you know, I decided Lemon Resist will be a good idea to with the Baneblade. Now, I could have Chimera spammed again, and you know it's good because you have a lot of, you know, it's a lot of armored units that do a lot of damage. But at this point, the space I've seen that the Space Marine is eager to send support as well. So I decided it's not worth it because so anything the Dreadnought, the Terminator say, you know, Dreadnought Terminators, pretty much any Space Marine units he's able to send in a drop pod will be able to deal with this tanking Chimeras pretty effectively. So I decided, you know, Lemon versus. Now I'll snipe that support portal with 3 Earthshaker rounds. That's a waste of an Earthshaker round, but I have so much resources. Actually, I saw you can see that was kind of the last of my power, but you can see how fast it replenishes. So I didn't care that much. Also, I had the Baneblade, so I had practically won the game at that point. I mean, you have the Baneblade, the other one doesn't have the Warlord, you're at full cap. The only thing you can do is misclick and screw up, which I almost did, I must say. Now, I see my pop was full, but I don't know, I could have gotten 3 Chimeras or a Hellhound, 2 Sentinels, it would have been great. I usually get out Sentinels, but this time I just had so many plasmas and stuff. I don't need Sentinels. Yeah, that's about it. You can see that Tau has a lot of problems, but for some reason I don't send anyone there, and he kind of deals with it. He never actually told me to get help, and I was kind of tunnel visioning what I had, and I didn't even notice at the time. I must admit that the Tau was getting pushed. Luckily, he did manage to actually win this, and yeah, at this point it's pretty much over. I had his main battle for sieged, and here's the last of the Space Marine. If you look at the map, so I think that was the main force of the Space Marine. So here I misclicked and the Basilisk kind of died. Well, almost died. Actually, I don't think, except the Chimeras, I don't think any other vehicle died. I managed to repair them. 3 Chimeras died, and that was pretty close. I mean, they should have been 5. And then 1 Limiter should have died, and 1 Basilisk. So a good unit preservation, if I may say so myself. Now the Tau pushes the Space Marine, and I think the Space Marine should surrender any minute now. Now I tried to push with 2 units. Here the Space Marine surrenders. I tried to push with 2 units, the 2 close combat units, just to, you know, do some damage. And it kind of works out. I mean, I didn't lose them, so I don't get punished by having a building time. So I guess it worked out because I did some damage. And yeah, from here on out I just take his base. Anyway, guys, I guess you can see that till the end, but you know that there's kind of lack of strategy for here on out, because we have pretty much one enemy which has you know, the others who have 4 units. I haven't watched the demo. That's obviously a recording from my perspective, but they must not have a lot of units. Uh, yeah, they don't have a lot of units. And I chased them around for the next 5 minutes. So, yeah, leave your tips in the comments down below. I will really appreciate them because half of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a general idea because I've played a lot of strategies. Almost all that. Actually, I started playing on the computer with strategies, so I've played strategies for probably 8 years, which says a lot compared to, well, when you think that I'm almost 17, but that's half my life. So, I have a general idea of what I'm doing, but I don't put too much thought, and you can see some obvious mistakes I get punished for. And if I hadn't played strategies and download for that long, I would have been wrecked because I didn't put half as much thought as I should have in this in this game and in the engagements in general. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I'm sorry that you had to endure that kind of recording or audio, because I can't do anything better. It is some kind of a bug with my my audio, which will be fixed. You can expect this every Monday. For now, the plan is that they will be released on Monday. So a new multiplayer game on Monday, and the idea is that through these videos I'll get some helpful tips, and I'll be able to see my road to less suckiness, you may say. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Yay.